so anyway, we didn't. Oh, we're getting into the next round. Who are we up against? Who are we up against? Who are we up against? Where are we? Also, I kind of want to restart my client. We're up against this guy. Looks like he likes One Piece. Woo! What is this? Double PA, double treants. That's spooky. I'm gonna go ahead and restart my client. I'm gonna be real. I don't know what's happening here. I'm getting some like stuttering, and it's not making me feel very comfortable. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a review of his deck first. I think it's important to just like stare at this for a minute and kind of get an idea what you're playing for and what you're playing around. This is an interesting deck. It's a burn aggro deck. Trebuchets, Lightning Strike, Assured Destruction, and collateral damage. Historically, these are kind of trolley cards in drafts. So these are pretty trolley cards, but it's also a little scary. Like sometimes you can get cheesed out by these. And the double PA flop into double Treant. I mean, these are scary too. These are powerful, stat-heavy heroes. Like when Treant's armor aura comes in, it's very good. So we're gonna have to watch out for that. His ratios are good. He's playing 7 blue cards. If we see a splash on Skywrath and we see something like 9 or more blue cards, killing Skywrath has a higher chance of just locking him out of options, which is important. So we're gonna be playing around like Mystic Flare. Kill Skywrath on the turn. It's gonna come down mana turn 5. So if we can kill it mana turn 5, we lock him out of Flare for 2 turns. That's really nice. So A, try to kill Skywrath when it comes down. B, try to play around his like burn strategy. Watch out for his over-the-top value with Trebuchets, Lightning Strike, and Assured Destruction. And play around a little bit at any cost in Tower Barrage. It's important not to give too much respect to one of slots. You can't just play around every one of he has in his deck. But these cards are kind of so unique in terms of like all their potential value that you do have to give them some respect. Tyler State Sensor is going to matter as well. It will change how you play for initiative in the early rounds sometimes. Okay, this looks pretty good. I'm ready. See, Hyped is playing in the StanCifka tourney, but he's not streaming it.
Ready to fight, sister?
So obviously we got a assault letters here, and it looks like we're just using it left. I mean, that's just kind of what you do here. I think there's nothing too fancy. Left looks like, obviously at this point we're kind of committed to left as a win condition. It's pretty rare that you commit this early in the game towards like a win condition on a lane. That worth? Might be worth. Yeah, I guess that's worth. But because we have assault letters and his tower is already like deficient, you know, he's got a PA that's not doing as much. I think this is fine. So the most important thing with this deck is diversifying green onto. We don't want to play into this PA even on a 50-50 with this creep. And we need to spread out our green because we've got a lot of green mana turn 2 plays. And we don't want to play into the mid lane. Looks like mid is just the premier abandon. If he puts tree mid, he's about to lose the game. Rip. So Firebrand just has to go right every time. It's pretty easy. Firebrand spawning on the left side keeps this creep alive from the combat, which is really nice. Honestly, Ursa's not bad. Like, Ursa's... I don't mind the Ursa that much. I was just bitching. It's fine. So, time to familiarize ourselves with his proactive options a bit. Tyler State Sensor means we can't really pass to open. We really just do want to develop these green options. He's got Satyr Duelist. That's interesting. So there's a temptation to play like a Vanguard here. Keep our creep alive. Keeping creeps alive is nice, but we're disabling our tree aura and enabling his by playing anything on the left side. And I think that's just strictly a no-no here. I think I'll take just the safe play. Play Roseleaf Druid on the right side. Plays into our aura, and now he can't play something into his, which is the most important thing to do. Like, keeping this creep alive is nice, but yeah. Aura game is too important. This happens a lot, especially in draft. You have like these auras, Treant, Firebrand, Lycan, etc. And like, you know, aura will play for one side on one and the other side on the other. And whoever has initiative can kind of play for their aura side and lock the opponent out of playing for theirs. Especially if this is an even board state. Like if you imagine if we have like two units to 2 units, then if he has initiative, he can play left, lock me out of my aura while developing his. It really matters. So, mid lane's kind of spooky. My opponent has lost connection. Do we have pausing in this game? F9 for pause? Nope, doesn't seem to work. I pressed it. Is there... Yeah, pause is bound to F9. Have Valve just not enabled pausing yet? This is kind of shitty. They really should enable pausing in like tournament matches. Like it's really stupid for a game to be decided by something like this. Yeah, this sucks. I can try to rope a little bit to give him some time to come back. Roping does come naturally to me. Oh, he's back. Good. Good. I think now the best play is to assault right. I don't think we commit to assault ladders into one lane. And it looks like we're establishing unit dominance right now.
Leave the tower to me.
Do you get more points for beating better people? Yep, that's how Swiss system works. So this is spooky. I like abandoning lanes, but this is the kind of lane where he has ancient potential, just because of this card, Disciple. Disciple is pretty crazy.
The oracle sealed your fate.
Trebuchet's left. This is a pretty scary opener by him. We could easily get blown out by something like this. Like, we don't have great like comeback against Disciple. It looks like he's just kind of winning mid on its own because of that. This is probably how he beat his last opponent. Like, this kind of opener is very, very scary. I think developing Selfish on the right side is good. I mean, if we hit that arrow, we're kind of in it. Usually you don't play for arrows, but in this case, hitting it is kind of too good. And it develops more pressure regardless. There's not really too much of a punish he could do because ours isn't aura, which means if he develops his own Selfish on the side, we're fine. He has to put it there. This is still a pretty dicey game, though. We might drop one here for him. This mid lane is so scary. The fact that he's taking... If he had one last turn to take this, I wouldn't be scared of this. Or if we had a Burning Oil in hand. But this mid lane is really scary. And I honestly don't even know if there's anything we can do about it either. This is pretty terrifying.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. We might just get blown out. I don't even know what we can do. These two melee creep spawns will slow him down by a turn. He's not even putting Scareth here. Should have taken the TP there. It's got to be a misplay. I don't know. So we drew the Burning Oil. That's a pretty god draw, I think. Playing the Prowler Vanguard right here feels pretty good. I think it's... I mean, it stays alive to the PA. DI is nice, but Prowler Vanguard is just better, I think. And at that point, we won't really need anything else. Prowler eating it to concussive shot just feels bad.
15 seconds remaining.
With you by my side, no harm will come to me.
I think I'll probably concussive shot on one more of our actions, which means the cloak here makes the most sense. I think we want to develop it on the Debbie. So now if he takes the concussive shot on my trance, then my Prowler Vanguard can dodge that.
I will crush our enemies.
And this is a tricky play. Short Sword does nothing here, but I really want to stall a turn so I can develop the Prowler. And passing becomes a little bit risky because you might not actually concussive. I think I will just have to take the Short Sword here.
Ready to get to work.
Doesn't swing any value, but we need to force out the concussive. So he's not going to take the concussive. So it's a good thing we didn't pass there. So now we have to Prowler in front of the PA. The fact that he concussives it will kill the Prowler, which feels bad, but still too good of a play. I mean, there's just no better option here, right? DI is not really that good.
No one is getting past us.
It forces out the concussive. I mean, there's a consideration to take the Relentless Pursuit here, right?
Is an inevitability.
If I Relentless Pursuit Debbie into the Disciple, we can start fighting for mid. Is left abandonable? He's got 3 heroes here, which could make it a premier abandon lane. But at the same time, it is left and we've developed the trebuchets here. Or sorry, the assault ladders. We're also not doing anything with Burning Oil otherwise. Burning Oil is going to be a little too slow for this lane, though. We're not going to be able to defend this. Right now, mid is looking more defensible than left, I think. It's a fair spawn. Stalling it out. I messed this game up already. This game was an easy one. I have to, like, stop trying to be edgy and decline TP scrolls. Like, I've declined 3 TP scrolls so far, and it, like... I mean... I think a lot of people just take TP scrolls in every single situation. And there are definitely some situations where you don't want to do that. But I'm, like, looking too hard for them. I don't know. Like, what's supposed to happen here is I buy the TP scroll. I use the combination of Relentless Pursuit and the TP scroll to just dodge left. And if I strand 3 heroes plus an improvement and a unit here, I just, like, I mean, that's such a ridiculous win condition. Like, he's committed so much value into a single lane that we just give up. And he doesn't really have enough mobility on his own, so... we just win the game on the spot. So Potion is too good with this empty hand, which means Stonehall Cloak plus Potion has to be the way to do it. Sorla's got to go mid here, and his Treant will contest me mid. I'm still playing sloppy. I should have like this game was already won. If we buy the TP scroll and identify like 2 actions earlier the best play, then this game is over. Like 100% over. I'm not exaggerating. And we're still fighting for this game now, which we shouldn't be. We should have an easy game. Turns out TP scroll is a really good item in draft. Like when you have mobility and your opponent doesn't, you just win the game. Still need to shake off the rust.
You won't feel a thing.
Okay, this guy's trolling. That is just an unironic troll move. Okay, we should be good. That's like... I mean, he's kind of doing what I wanted. Discarded a card for this. What did he discard? Traveler's Cloak. I'm okay with that. He's got a big hand. He wants items here. There's a Canton Rage because he's curving into a creep. Which means we'll probably just take like a selfish cleric on the left. Curving it to his would be kind of nice. Right now, Assassin's Apprentice is basically a do-nothing. I think stonehalling this is just important though.
I know how to use this.
If he equips a health item, we'll just exchange Apprentice. I think it's very likely he'll equip Cloak onto the tree. He actually did just discard the Cloak. So it looks like he has no health item here, which I'm fine with. Or if he does, maybe he was just trying to wait for me to make a play first, which I'm just going to decline either way now. Develop the Stonehall, and that's all I wanted. So he doesn't really have enough flexibility, and we've got ladders on this lane. We've got the Treant coming in 2 turns and potential mobility in the future, which means developing a cleric onto a lane which we just don't need help on, I think is just pointless. This lane is so won. We just wish we had taken the TP scroll. That's the only thing that matters. So it's black against black in the middle lane. Got the Cloak coming in. The one thing we regret here is that he actually has pretty decent spawns. Like, the fact that he has 2 melee creeps more than me is a little unfortunate. And we're still 1 turn off of being able to develop green presence here, which is important for like cleric and DI. His PA has a 50% chance of going in front of my Sorla, which favors the PA. This goes mid every known universe. This goes mid. Come on. What are we thinking about? Oh, we dodged it. Dude, I threw this game so hard. What the hell is wrong with me? That's a very powerful play by him. That's pretty scary. So, Apprentice in front of PA. He has no accident since he doesn't run Debbie. But he does have Grazing Shot. There's an interesting interaction here where if he's about to play a unit, by playing the Assassin's Apprentice first before he plays something, it gives him no opportunity to play a unit without a chance to curve. Like if he plays it left or right now, it has a chance to curve into my units, which is what I want. So it's a weird dynamic where playing this first can be better for me.
Still in the fight.
This is bad though.
My specialty.
Yeah, even without that, this was bad. The two PA starter with tree is definitely a little nasty. I mean, honestly, since he had his own TP scroll, it might have still been kind of close, even if I had taken the proper play. Maybe. So the siege damage is obviously killing us.
15 seconds remaining.
About to hit 8. We need verbal decoy for next round, I think, which means we can't do nothing here.
Don't worry. At least I won't be dead.
Yeah, that like turn 1 disciple he pulled was really just nasty. There should be no way to win this game. I mean, it's kind of hard enough, and tree goes in front of the PA, which means we can't kill the PA. We needed tree to spawn somewhere else so we could like rebel decoy and then swap the Debbie into the PA. There should be no way to win this game. I mean, this has to be impossible, right?
Strike swift and assured.
I guess I'll have to make my mark by killing you.
By killing you. I mean, I could maybe survive one more turn.
By helping myself, I'm helping all.
Ow. Wah. That's rough. He's a pretty nasty aggro deck if he draws the cards in the right order. Like, it's cheesy, but it can work. It's very unreliable. Is that wife coach?